All right, guys. Happy holidays. My name is Mutant XP, and on behalf of everyone at This Is Third Strike, happy holidays and welcome to the final House of Strikes for what has been a very good year for Third Strike 2016. As always, I am joined by my extremely talented cohort of hosts. Carson on the upper left hand side, Nika KO munching on pepperoni pizza, Katie Alpha, who just got a new laptop, so he's finally joined the digital age, and now he can throw away that Etch a Sketch. And and last but not least, we got Duralath. So let us know, guys, how the audio sounds. Anyway, so once again, guys, this is the final House of Strikes of 2016. Some of us are going to Japan for Co-op Cup, and we desperately wanted to air one last House of Strikes to kind of, recap what's happened in 2016 and look forward to what we hope to be an even bigger 2017. And so, does anyone want to say anything before we get started? No? No? All right. So, first things first, guys. Let's talk a little bit about NEC 17. So, NEC 17 happened on December 16th through 18th. And This Is Third Strike ran their side event called Jamma City. Jamma City was a SBO style event where we ran 3 different team tournaments for 3 different old school Capcom games. We ran a 3v3 Pokemon style Third Strike tournament, a 2v2 Wasada style ST tournament, and a 3v3 Pokemon Vampire Savior tournament. The turnout could have been a little better, but for those of you who were there, for those of you who are watching on the stream, it seems like we had a lot of positive feedback from Jamma City. Everyone enjoyed it. Everyone enjoyed watching it. Everyone enjoyed participating in it. And there was a lot of high-level play, especially from the ST tournament. Probably is going to go down to be one of the best grand finals in American ST history when Crossed and Jollies went up against Mars Gotti and Comeback for the ST grand finals. So in terms of the results from NEC 17 Jamma City for the Third Strike tournament, Lloyd, how many teams did we have?
8 teams.
8 teams. So we had 8 teams, and the top 3, coming in third place was the Vampire Savior team. It was Mr. Igloo, Mighty Mar, and Dine rocking Dudley. Dine's sort of a Third Strike player, right?
He's been playing
sort of
as long as I have, that's for sure.
Yeah. Mighty Mar impressed with his Alex, very solid Alex. You should definitely check that out for some tips, Andrew. I think Vampire.
Wow.
Vampire. No, I think Mighty Mar Alex was pretty good. For a Vampire Savior player.
And one day yours might be as good, Andrew.
I didn't go that far, but. And then of course Mr. Igloo, the tier whore, or he prefers the phrase tier enthusiast. Mr. Igloo rocking Chun-Li, and surprisingly enough, they got 3rd place in the Jamma City Third Strike tournament. And so shout outs to the Vampire Savior players who entered every team tournament actually. So 3rd place went out to the Vampire Savior players. 2nd place was Team Doylestown. Colt 45, recent Austin transplant, Yang player, just recently moved to Jersey. Therapist who came out of whatever hole he was living in. He made his, not so triumphant return, but, obviously he's always a very strong Goki. And then Donka, Makoto player. And then, of course, the winning team, Nika KO, Frankie 3S, and CR Kenan Black, taking 1st place. As far as the Vampire Savior 3v3 tournament goes, if I remember correctly, I think 3rd place went to the Midwest Vampire Savior players from VMP Arcadia. I think it was, let me get the results up. I think it was Ailaris with Felicia, I'm not really sure who his teammates were. Let me go ahead and get that up real quick. Well, anyway, Vampire Savior players competed in a 3v3 Pokemon tournament. They got like 13 teams, I believe. They got a pretty good.
Yeah.
They got
They
a
had a
pretty
good
good
turnout.
set of teams. Very good turnout. Vampire Savior is very hype. I learned a lot about Vampire. Yo, that game is pretty sick.
It is.
I don't know if any of you guys have ever played that game, but that game is pretty sick.
Oh wait, no, they didn't have 13. They had 10 actually.
Oh yeah, they had 10.
Yeah, I got the brackets right here, so I'll
Okay.
post it in the chat.
Okay, so let's see. If I remember correctly, third place was VMP Fam, Ailerus with Felicia, Servo with Zabel, and Kajak with Lele. And then I think second place was it might have been Misanthropy. I'm
was.
getting that. I think I'm
It was.
getting that. Yeah, Misanthropy, which
Mhm.
was Typhus with Felicia, Vic Viper with Zabel, and Dine with Jeddah. And then first place, Why You Lose to Me, Mighty Mar with Anacris, DR with Lilith, and Mr. Igloo rocking the tiers at the top tier again with Sasquatch. So Jam City was I like to think it was a pretty moderate success. Everyone was, really happy with it. But, to me, guys, the reason why we wanted to do it is because we wanted to sort of set a tone for the old school games, We really wanted to kind of create a niche so that TOs would be more inclined to run these old school games. And, I'm not going to say that, Jam City was a big part of it, but when you think about 2016, there was a lot of really significant old school tournaments that took place throughout the year. You know what I mean? Like we had Canada Cup, ST, the ST tournament at Canada Cup. Obviously, we had the Clash of the Titans, the Third Strike tournament at TFC. We had the Vampire Savior singles tournament at Combo Breaker. Then we had Civil War, which gave a lot of love to the old school games. And then we rounded it out with Jam City at NEC. And so, I think moving forward as, our community goes into that esports era, I think it's important that, new players know the history and the legacy of the fighting game community. And it's really great to see a lot of these TOs continue to support, these old school games. And speaking of which, before I get your thoughts, guys, on Jam City and NEC 17, I just wanted to announce that at Winter Brawl, which is, help me out, Lloyd, when is Winter Brawl? February 17th through 19th?
Yeah.
Winter
Wait,
Brawl?
Yeah, 18, 19.
Yeah, so at Winter Brawl, February 17th through 19th in Essington, Pennsylvania, there's going to be a free entry. There's going to be 2 free entry old school tournaments. One for Third Strike and one for Super Turbo. Both tournaments have a $500 guaranteed prize pool straight from the man himself, Big E. Shout outs to Big E. Shout outs to Tony Majors for continuing to support the arcade scene. So at Winter Brawl, there's going to be a $500 free entry ST tournament and a $500 free entry Third Strike tournament. And registration is open right now. And for 1 week only, it's going to be a $25 venue fee. So definitely, even if you think that you may not be able to go, I encourage you to register, primarily because both tournaments, and I think you were about to say this, Lloyd, both tournaments have a 32-player cap. So if you're a ST head or if you're a Third Strike head, it's singles. If you're a ST head or you're a Third Strike head, definitely go to bigegaming.com. Register for Winter Brawl, even if you think that you may not be able to make it, because you can always get a refund back. Go to, register for Winter Brawl, sign up before the slots are on. I think 20 players have signed up for ST already.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how many have signed up for Third Strike, but I know it's going to fill up pretty fast. And so definitely take advantage of this. 1 week only, $25 venue fee. Go to bigegaming.com. Keep showing Biggie and Tony Majors that you're willing to come out for these fighting games, these old school games. They're continuing to support it. And, hopefully 2017 will be just as good, if not better, for Third Strike than 2016 was. So I think I've talked enough already. So guys, what did you guys think about, NEC 17. And just some random thoughts. I know not all of you were able to watch all of it, so let's go ahead and start with you, Lloyd, since you were actually there.
Okay. Well, okay. First off, just like a little side note for everybody. Personally, I feel like it was kind of it was a success, but the turnout could have been better because, first off, because it was a venue fee. Everybody and their mother was throwing a fit about the venue fee. That's number one, and number two was the weather. For some reason, NEC, it's always the time of year where, the weather always plays a part, whether it be a snowstorm, freaking rain, hurricane, whatever. But with that tournament, I mean, the past 2 years that we run it, it's always been something like a storm or something comes up where players can't make it. So for this, I kind of feel like it could have been better, but for what we had, it was pretty good. So, and okay.
All right, so Katie.
No, because I see my audio is delayed and shit. So.
Yeah, it says his audio is delayed.
Yeah, I don't know why that is, but Anyway, I've learned from the years of streaming not to always pay attention to what the stream monsters say.
But the stream monsters are never wrong.
Because it could be their shit too. That's off. But anyway, and speaking of which, Omega, shout outs to Omega Urian for helping us out during NEC. He helped us out with running brackets. He helped me out with streaming, and shout outs to Nick for coming out. I definitely appreciate it. So, Katie, I know you watched a little bit of Jamma City. What did you think of the event and the stream?
I did. It was pretty interesting to see because like any team tournaments that I've watched have been like Japanese team tournaments, and usually like the commentary is just like in Japanese, so I don't know what the fuck is going on. But to see like it happened in the U.S. with English commentary and with like players I know and games that I kind of follow was pretty interesting. It was like a different atmosphere, man. Like in singles, when there's a tournament for singles, like everyone is so cutthroat and like everyone is out for blood. But this just seemed more of like everyone's having fun. We're just kind of doing this like just to change it up and just to try and like get some momentum going towards Co-op Cup. So it was fun to see everyone like play a little more loose. There was certainly some sloppiness, especially during Third Strike. But we'll get to that later. But yeah, man, it was fun to see. A couple players kind of like were more entertaining to me, and it was the Vampire Savior team. Those guys were really entertaining to watch, just because like it felt like they were playing it from a perspective of Vampire Savior, but also kind of ST. Like I don't know, man, it was weird. Especially Mighty Mar, like he was patient, and then all of a sudden he would just play downhill, like. He would get like one read or like one good knockdown, and then all of a sudden he's in your ass. Mm-hmm. So it was fun watching him. I liked watching Nick get owned by Yun. That was pretty fun too.
Oh, and shots.
And other than that, it was a good tournament.
Oh, shots. Carson, were you able to catch any of Jamma City?
I watched most of the Third Strike stuff.
Yeah. What were your takeaways from the Third Strike tournament?
So I've actually never played Omega Urian, but I do find he is a very exciting Urian to watch play. That's good. Aside from that, actually, I was gonna just mention my favorite match. It was I think it's the grand finals or semis. Grand finals. It was when Nika KO was playing the Akuma player.
Therapist.
Is it Therapist?
Yeah, Therapist.
The one you lost against.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an exciting match, because he won in a very I was kind of rooting. I mean, I always kind of root for the underdog, but I was really rooting for him. And then when Lloyd put him in the corner, and then he jumped and he woke up and did the thing. I was like, oh yeah,
KKZ?
Yeah. I was like, that was sick.
I think Therapist, if he showed up at TFC, he would have made top 8.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
No, he wouldn't.
I think he would have.
No, he wouldn't.
Who would have beat him at TFC?
Us.
Okay, but you would have to take out Colin. Colin made top 8.
That's your bracket.
Okay.
Yeah, and you saw the way Colin was playing.
Yeah, Colin was on fire.
Colin is not going to beat Therapist.
It depends. Depends on what the stars are aligning.
Well, here's the thing, guys.
Who do you
You know,
play against?
Lloyd's not going to admit it, but Lloyd's not the biggest fan of Therapist's playstyle.
I hate him.
But he did well that round.
I will never respect his playstyle.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Ever since my first major, where he reset the bracket on me to win the tournament, ever since then I have never respected his playstyle.
Oh my god!
The
But-
conversation has taken an awkward turn.
But then
Therapist
the next time we played, Newton was there. I was like, "Yo, I don't want to play anymore," and it was a team tournament. I don't want to play anymore. That's why I told Newton, and Newton fucking OCV'd them. So I was like, "All right, cool. I don't gotta play."
Yeah,
He may be your inner demon.
My acrimony for Therapist is not as strong as Lloyd's. I give the devil his due, and he really is the devil. I think he's Lucifer incarnate, But yeah, you just have to know Therapist. But I think today, he is, I think, the best. He's still the best Goki in America. There's no other Goki in America that's better than Therapist. And I'm willing to put money on that. And there weren't really that many super really good Gokis in TFC. I mean, all respect to Luke. He obviously surprised a lot of heads, surprised a lot of people, turned a lot of heads. But Therapist's Goki is just, if
What about? I was gonna say, what about your buddy Lava Heart?
no.
No love for Darren.
No.
Does Therapist play online?
No, we got all the love for Darren.
Yeah.
But in terms of raw experience, you guys notice that when you see an Akuma player, you gotta recognize the experience.
Yeah.
Look at Match. He has freaking 15 years under his belt.
Yeah.
More than that. It's like the more years you have, the much better you are with Akuma. So
someone messaged JR. I think Therapist could in a first to 10, he might be able to 10-0 JR.
Whoa.
I think he could 10-0 JR.
And he would have 10-0 JR because JR is going to catch him with some ridiculously.
Yeah,
but that's the thing, though. That's the thing you don't know about Therapist. He plays really dumb too.
Yeah, but the dumb and the dumb it's not gonna counteract each other. That's like two whales hitting each other in the water. They don't just negate each other. That's just gonna cause That's just gonna cause a giant mess. Okay, that's not gonna be a 10-0. That's like a 10-6.
Now I want to see that. See that.
I mean, I wouldn't call it like a 10-0. I would say at least 10-4 or something like that.
Yeah,
I'd say 10.
Give him a couple of games because it's a cool mirror. It's going to happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Maybe 10-3. Probably 10-3. I think 10-3.
You got to bring them both out for the next tournaments.
Well, why don't we give some love since we're talking about matches? Let's give some love to Frankie 3S. Very strong showing. At the end of that Third Strike Team tournament, he perfected Therapist in that one round. Probably one of the best perfects I've seen all year.
The most solid perfect ever.
It was solid.
Solid, very solid. Yeah.
And then he hit Dan Rise with a walk back.
That shit was oh boy.
Yeah.
That's the highlight reel of 2016 right there.
Yeah. So
did he enter 5 that weekend?
Who, Frankie?
Yeah.
I think so.
I don't know if he did. Maybe.
I think so. Yeah. Because there was some times where he was disappearing and stuff. So.
Yeah.
No, he did. I think he put on his Facebook. I think he did.
Yeah.
Oh no! Yeah, he did because he pre-registered too. I saw his name on there.
Yeah.
But overall, NEC 17 I thought was great. The venue was great. I liked the whole convention floor thing. Everyone had a lot of room. I liked how the arcade room. We finally got a backdrop, Lloyd. We made it. Did you see that? That's the sign of legitimacy. We got a backdrop. Now we need to get a screen, and then maybe we'll get our own stage one day. But I kind of had a tear in my eye when Eric was like, "Oh, we got a backdrop for you," and I was like, "What? A backdrop?" So that was awesome. But the venue was great. Shout outs to Big E. I know there were a lot of criticisms about the event, but I definitely think, as it is with Big E events, the positives always outweigh the negatives. And so,
the funny thing about that event is the one major thing, venue fee aside, because that's whatever, that's always going to be complained about. But the one thing that was complained about, for that tournament, was the fact that they didn't have lanyards. like the wires to hang from your
Well,
neck.
yeah, there were some people who were complaining that they didn't get lanyards, like little, the things for when you get
Yeah.
Yeah,
People
when you
care about
like
that?
like Comic-Con shit, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
was gonna say, people
yeah.
care about that. Why would you care?
Exactly.
Well,
but that's the point.
well, Andrew, you come from the world of conventions and stuff like that. That's pretty important to people like that, right?
It's mostly just like it's like a keepsake thing,
Mhm.
and well, on one level, it's
A
keepsake.
souvenir.
Yeah, a souvenir, and then two, this was one of the things. It doesn't bother me, but I can understand why people would be annoyed. Having a wristband on means you can't take it off, especially like when it's just those paper wristbands that usually get doled out at most events.
Mhm.
If you can't remove it, it might get a little annoying for people. Like personally, I'm okay with it. Like I was at TFC and I didn't even notice it, but I can understand why people would be annoyed by it. But at the same time, grow up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's my point though. Like the fact that people are complaining about that rather than like the tournament itself.
Yeah,
That's
just
that's
nitpicking.
that's saying a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
that's a
right,
good point.
Yeah. So now that we're about to turn the page on 2016 and advance forward to 2017, I thought what we would do in the next segment is talk about our favorite moments from 2016 in the world of Third Strike. Obviously, there was tons of Third Strike in 2016. I'd like to think that Third Strike experienced some sort of resurgence in America. However, albeit small resurgence. And so the next question, guys, what's your most memorable moment from 2016? I mean, your own personal, the thing that kind of stands out, a Third Strike memory. Let's start with you, Carson. What do you think was your most memorable Third Strike moment from 2016?
Hands down, it has to be when I went to SVO this year,
Mm-hmm.
and then we couldn't find the
SVO?
goddamn. Sorry, Co-op Cup. Co-op Cup in January, and then we couldn't find the venue, so then me, Lance, and Gavin had to run like assholes for like 10 minutes, and then we just made it in time, and then couldn't breathe, no water, sit down, play against Boss, Mexican, all those people. That was my memory.
Nice.
And then just completely get rocked, like nothing even matters. That
Yeah.
was a great memory for me. And just to give Lance a shout out here, in addition to that memory, it was when Lance beat the purple Ken. I can never remember his name, and all he did was stand there and press fierce. That was really good.
Was it
Yeah,
Shie?
Shie, yeah. Lance beat Shie in our pre-co-op cup. It was awesome.
Mm.
I'm sad I don't have a video about it, but it was awesome. It was legendary. That's my memory.
Yeah. How about you, Andrew? What is your what's your favorite Third Strike memory from 2016?
Getting to call TFC in general was definitely my highlight, but calling the Frankie versus 5-star match, calling the Frankie 5-star match, and then calling your match versus 5-star when everything was just, that final round. I know. You don't want me to bring that up, but
I think
That
I'm
was
over
fun.
it now.
are you sure you're
Yeah.
over that?
You
Yeah,
will never get over it.
No, not really.
You will never get
No,
over it.
I'm pretty over that now.
No.
It just wasn't meant to be, so it's all right.
Well, especially your match versus 5-star at TFC, getting to call that alongside Carson, and hearing both of us just completely out of breath,
Yeah.
completely hyped. That was the moment for me, Third Strike wise, that really solidified me coming back and making sure that I'd stay a part of this game and not just play, on my own, just kind of keeping up with it. That was the most intense thing I had experienced in Third Strike in years. So shout outs to you, man.
Thanks, man. I'm glad I was able to supply some drama to the Third Strike community, albeit in a negative way on my end. But how about you, KD? What's your favorite memory from 2016 Third Strike?
Some stuff that actually happened like just completely off stream. The road trip that I took with the Houston guys to go up to Austin not too long ago. That was actually
All right, you're gonna have to say that again. Katie, because you turned into a Imperial battle droid. You turned into an Imperial battle droid for a second there. So you're gonna have to say that all over again.
We can't hear you.
Yeah.
Yo, the chip was so good that he couldn't fucking say it on stream.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Self-censoring.
It was censored, right?
Yeah.
Can you hear us, Katie? Katie looks salty right now.
Nod your head if you can hear us.
Bark twice.
All right. While we wait for Jesse to fix his audio,
Oh my
Lloyd, what was
god.
what was your favorite memory from 2016? Third Strike memory.
I would have to say being in the top 8 for TSC. Like even though I lost and stuff, but it was when you go through a gauntlet of the strongest players in the country, it's always fun as hell to like look back and say like damn like that shit took a lot out of you to like go all the way. So me personally, that was just my favorite. You kind of want to look back at your own experience and say like okay, I was here, I made it that far, and just take it and run with it. So for me, that was my favorite. Aside from the KO OCV at Co-op Cup.
Mm. Are you back? Are you back, Jesse? Jesse, are you back? Can you hear us? Nod your head if you can hear us.
He's never back. Oh no.
Let's see what happened with Jesse. Well, while Jesse gets his audio back, I guess this is a tough question.
What's your favorite moment?
I mean it's tough because there was just so much Third Strike this year. Something that kind of we forgot about the last Fight Club that we did, Fight Club 6, back in February, when we did the same character teams.
Yeah, that was
at Next Level. I had a really good time at that event. The grand finals was amazing. I thought that was really like the tournament where sort of Gavin sort of announced himself and said, I'm a contender. You don't want to mess with me. So again, guys, my apologies. Katie had to hang up, so the stream's gonna look kind of funky now. But yeah, Omega Urian, yeah, that's a close second when I blew out my back pushing the Doylestown cab up into the U-Haul truck. That was okay. Katie's back. Katie's back, I think. But there was just so much Third Strike in 2016, and
that I can't believe you said that because like that tournament was like the best moment but the worst moment for you.
Yeah, when I lost to Rage, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I had the best moment and the worst moment together. Like I beat Denges, and then I lost to Rage right after.
That's true.
But shout outs to all the players, all the Third Strike players that have made the scene what it is in 2016. Definitely shout outs to all the different communities, all the different scenes. Hopefully 2017 is going to be a year where we're going to build on all that stuff. So any other thoughts, guys, before we take our first break on 2016? No?
No, we're good.
All right, guys. So
we could be here all day if we talk about favorite moments from the year. So.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and take a quick 2-3 minute break, and then when we come back, we're going to discuss Co-op Cup 15, which is set to take place next year, January what, Lloyd? January 8th.
No, January 7th to 8th.
January 7th through 8th. So
in case you guys didn't know, I posted in Junkies on our Facebook page the times and the start date, the start times and the dates for specific regions. So if you haven't, you can check that out, and you'll be able to see like what day and what time to tune into Co-op Cup. So
when we come back, we're going to get our hosts' predictions on who makes top 8 at Co-op Cup 15. So give us a couple minutes, and we'll be back.
at the teams.
I wrote down my teams.
All right, guys. This is Mutant XP, and for those of you who are just joining us, welcome to the very last episode of House of Strikes for 2016, and we're going to jump right into it. So our next topic, Cooperation Cup 15, is set to go down next year, January 8th through 9th? 7th through 8th, Lloyd?
7A, stop being stupid.
No, I really forget. So it's going
7A.
Okay, so it's going to go down January 7th through 8th. On January 7th, there's going to be a pre-Cooperation Cup tournament where teams are going to consist of the same character going up against one another. And then the main event, the real Co-op Cup, 5 teams, each team, different characters. And so we're going to ask the tough questions. And so starting with who's going to make top 8 at Co-op Cup 15. What do you guys think? Who wants to start?
I'll start.
All right. So, Carson, who do you think is going to make top 8 at Co-op Cup 15?
Okay, so I'm only gonna talk about the Co-op Cup, not pre-Co-op Cup. Okay.
Mhm.
So Co-op Cup. Here are my top 8 teams.
Okay.
Team 1 is team number 1, the Chances team.
Oh yeah, that team is retarded.
Easily.
Okay. Team number 2 is number 27. It's Nuki's team.
Yeah.
Well, before you go any further, Carson, Lloyd, can you link the list of teams on the chat?
Oh, right. I got you.
And Carson, can you tell us real quick who's on that team? Team Chance.
It's Chance, Loli, Shie,
Mhm.
Hayao, and Kyosei. I don't know how to pronounce.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's team number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Team 27 is Kuni, plays Ryu, Nuki, Chun-Li, SHO, Takura, Yang, and Genki.
Oh, that's a good team.
Yeah, it's a stupidly good team.
Yeah. Okay. So first, I think it's a stupidly good team. But remember, they didn't even make top. Pretty much this same team didn't even make top 8 this year.
Okay.
Mhm.
So it really depends on like who you get,
You're
put
right.
up
Yeah.
against them. All right. So okay, the next team number 33, Deshiken's team. It's Deshiken, Ushi. I can't pronounce these people, but some other awesome players, I'm sure.
What number?
Shirokuro.
33. Team 33.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Deshken, Ken, Ushi playing Yoon, Shirokuro playing Chun-Li, RB playing Yurien, and Hirahata playing Dudley.
Thank you for helping me pronounce. You pronounce it way better than me.
I try.
Okay. Next team, which I think is generally underrated, but I'm really rooting for them. Team number 38, YSB's team.
Mm.
They kind of have like a low tier thing going on with the YSB playing Kyugo, TM's Q,
Mm-hmm.
Sugiyama's Necro, Rue's Urien, and Pierre's Remy.
That's
So-
the team, Carson, that I don't think anybody wants to face, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
like-
is such a hard out.
Yeah, it's just like a weird, funky team, but I'm really rooting for them. I want them to make it the top 8. I want them to just body everyone. It would be so exciting.
Uh-huh.
Okay, next is team number 46, the big boy, another big boy team, Master Course. It is Riki Maru's team.
Mm.
Mhm.
Maru, Nido, Moto, big boys.
Mm.
And then we have my next pick is last year's winner. This year's winner, KO Family.
Mm.
KO, Hari, RX, Yakun, like super solid. I don't even have to describe it.
Team 65.
Team
Yeah.
65.
That's the same exact team.
It's the exact same team.
Wow. Has that ever happened in Co-op
No.
Cup history?
I feel
No.
like it has, but I couldn't.
No,
Really?
it's never happened. No.
Wow.
Wow.
The champion teams never came back and
Wow.
defended their title like that before.
That would be
This is like
history.
a true defense.
Yeah.
This is a true defense, yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
So,
Mm.
Okay, team number. The next selection for me is team number 67, Tominaga's team. Big boys: Tominaga, Match, playing Goki, Boss, Yun, Furo Yang, and Kei's Chun.
Mhm.
So it's pretty solid. And then the last, I'm picking like all the obvious big boys.
Mhm.
Just they'll split it up. My last is team 85, Homeground.
Mm.
Haitani and
Mm.
MOV. Momochi. Saru. Beasts,
Saru.
man.
And
Dude, like if this was the top 8, it'd just be like every team is like
Uh-huh.
a killer.
ridiculously stacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Definitely.
Like, there's no boring rounds. Not like there was in any other co-op cups, to be
Uh-huh.
honest. But it's just this would be super duper exciting. I was kind of sad that this year, like, Nuki's team didn't make it to top 8, but that's what happens.
Hmm. So those are your pick, Carson. Maybe if you get a chance, you could write down your picks on
Oh,
the
yeah?
chat. Just by number is fine.
Yeah, here, I'll do that.
Okay, so Katie's gone again.
Are you serious?
Oh wait, Katie's back.
Nope, there's back.
Okay, so before Katie disappears again, Katie, what's your top 8? Who's making top 8 in Co-op Cup?
I like a lot of those same teams. Maybe I would change like a team or two. I like the UFO team.
Okay.
Just because they're the home guys.
What's the number?
Let me look at this list.
36. Their team 36.
Yeah, 36.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be Shin playing Yun, Luke playing Goki, Rico playing Necro, Trevor, who a lot of you guys probably don't know, but he's one of the first guys to like start their strike scene back up at UFO. He's got a pretty good Ken, and then I'm sorry, Sin is playing Yun and Shin is playing Ken,
Mm-hmm.
which he's been playing that a little bit more recently, and then I gotta root for you guys, dude. This is their strike crew, because I gotta see it happen. I gotta see a fucking Gaijin team crack into top 8. Like, that would be super hype for me.
All right. So Andrew,
Ewan doesn't believe in you.
What's your Andrew? Who do you think's making top 8 at Co-op Cup?
I think Carson listed basically the exact same list I have.
Mm.
If I'm gonna name any other teams that could do it, Team 9, which is they say it's Spellmaster J, it's Sperm Star J. Long story. Dude's old school. I've got a soft spot in my heart for that team. I know it's Team Mad Cats, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
They could definitely make some waves. I'm gonna give a shout out to Team 52 for no apparent reason at all. Puroda Suji.
Mm-hmm.
That is the most random team, only because that's me, Arliath. I'm just giving a shout out to my team. I don't know how far we're gonna go, but that's gonna be a great time.
Go.
Yes, Puroda Suji. It was supposed to be like Fire Pro Wrestling, G for Gaijin, but
Mm-hmm.
I pretty much agree with Carson's picks there. Like, all of those teams feature just flat out killers. It's a hard out no matter what for anybody who's going up against those teams. But you never know. So I like those teams as favorites. But this is Cooperation Cup, and we never know what can happen.
Yeah, I mean, it really all depends on how it's seeded and who faces who.
Right.
There's really isn't a whole lot of clarity and transparency in terms of who
Right.
gets to play who, right? Like, how does that work? Carson, I mean, you were there last year, or you were there earlier this year. I mean, were you able to get some information on how they go about seeding these teams, or how they?
No. I mean, maybe we should ask RKF, but yeah, I have no idea how that happens. But
Mhm.
it definitely matters. Hey, how you get seeded totally affects everything, because there's so many killer teams, right? There's honestly, I would say there's how many teams are there again? Let's see.
91.
91.
Mhm.
Easily, I would say 32. Easily 32 of these teams contain someone super beastly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know how it's seeded though.
How about you, Lloyd? Are there any teams that you think that people are kind of sleeping on?
Wait, you want my picks, or you're just asking me that?
Well, I mean, you can okay. Give us your picks first. Go ahead.
Well, first is Nuki's team, number
Mhm.
27.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's YSB's team,
Mm-hmm.
number 38.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, I have to pick our team. Team 45. I have to pick our team. Then the next team is Team 46 with Ricky Morrow.
Mm-hmm.
And next one is KO Family.
Mm-hmm.
Team 67
Mm-hmm.
with Tominaga, Match, and Boss.
Yeah.
Team 82, Rao's team, Rao, Mester, Ino, Matsuken, and Shintaro.
That's a solid team.
That's a really solid team, and those guys have chemistry together too. So
And they have Rao.
yeah. Rao's, for some reason, he's like the MVP of Co-op Group.
Right.
But anyways, then there's Homeground, obviously. Haitani, MOV, Momochi, Vanel, and Saru. MOV basically saves that team. I can see it. But yeah, that's my pick. So, but in terms of underdogs, I would probably say well, first us. Obviously we're the underdogs here. But aside from that, I think let's see. I think YSB's team is a big underdog because they have Pierdo, Ru, Sugiyama, TM, and YSB, and those are all not the highest tier characters, so everybody always sleeps on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But with the experience that they have, it's gonna be hard to sleep on them. So that's just my underdog team.
There are two teams on this list that no one's really talking about, and I think they might actually surprise some teams. The first team is Kokujin's team. Man Godzilla.
Oh, Man Godzilla? I was just looking at that one.
Masa's Q is dirty, dude. I don't know if you've ever seen his Q before. You're gonna have to go deep into the archives. he doesn't have a whole lot of videos, but his Q is fucking sick, dude. And Q team tournament single game, you could easily frustrate your opponent with Q, dude. I mean, Q is, and I think Kitagawa, his Ken's solid too. My sort of sentimental pick, top 8, is actually Team 39. Fujiwara and Ryochin.
Yeah, Ryochin. Yeah.
I'm very curious to see, because these two were there at the beginning.
Fujiwara and Ryochin.
These two were there at the from the inception, right. And I'm really curious to see how they do. It's gotten to the point in the history of Third Strike, the evolution of this game, where I remember you and me, Lloyd, we were playing one day at Next Level, and you were using, it was Yun Ken, and you know how back in the day, Yun would do the I forgot what that mix up was, but I don't know, he would do it would be dash punch during Gennasian, and then it would either at the end afterwards it was either command grab or a little short palm.
Oh yeah, where it's the dash punch carryover when they're crouching. Yeah.
And it's gotten to the point in the game where the oldest shit might actually work really well. In co-op cup, because it's nobody does that stuff anymore. There's way more optimal things you can do, but I'd like to see Ryochin and Fujiwara bust out some circa 2001 tactics.
That's during and shit
Yeah, because that's the thing about Third Strike. It's the old tech, and I'm not talking about low tick, low short, dash up grab, right? I'm not talking about that shit. But the cool thing about Third Strike is old tech just got replaced with more optimal tech, but that doesn't mean the old tech doesn't work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm interested to see how that team does. Especially Ryochin, his Remy, he really sort of paved the way for that team. So those are two themes that I think people shouldn't sleep on. I think they might surprise some people. Any other random thoughts about Co-op Cup?
Team 47. Mm-hmm. What is this? PS3 OE Village Representative. I'm looking at the translate. Yeah, okay. I'm angry now. I'm angry. I'm sorry, but no, because I recognize one name on there, and that's Blue. Mm-hmm. I think if that's the person, because I still play on PSN. Mm-hmm. I know, shoot me now. Mm-hmm. If that's the same Blue I've always played, that's a team I want. I want to play them now. I don't care if it's the weakest player on the team.
Blue was one of the he shares one of the top highlights from the last Co-op Cup when he perfected that Urian player. Urian, right? Yeah.
Okay. No, because just the name alone makes me angry. I want that team now. Really? But
somebody doesn't like the color blue.
No, I don't. Red, baby, all day.
I respect that.
Yes. Other than that,
I like red too.
This is going to be such a great co-op cup. Just looking at the teams and looking at who's all going to be there, win or lose, there's going to be a lot of stuff to talk about for the next episode of House of Strikes. Yes, right, guys?
Definitely. And one more thing, guys. Is this the most Gaijin that have entered a co-op cup?
Yeah, I was gonna say I see a few Gaijins in here. I see there's another team we haven't talked about, number 57, Dicks Out. Aaron, Dusty, Fern, my boy Phil, and Face from North Carolina are a team, and then you have Ryan teaming up with Marco and Gunfight from France.
Team 58, yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be actually. I think that's a pretty strong team too. Like
that's a very strong team.
because
Yeah.
actually this year
'cause
Ryan
they got
lost
3 fucking
against
Jones on the
Nido,
team.
so he made it pretty far
Mm-hmm.
himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's also a team I would like to see make top 8, represent the Gaijin community.
Of course, we got Milky Boys. Shout outs to Lance.
Yeah.
And
God.
Makoto Mike. Mommy might make some might cause some noise at Co-op Cup.
God.
You know what? Makoto Mike might leave a trail of bodies. You know, I don't know how far they're gonna get, but I think he'll make some people salty. Makoto Mike.
It might.
I want to see Makoto Mike go up against the top Makotos. I think that would just minds would be blown. So good.
Do you know if Makoto Mike is teaming up with did he enter pre-co-op cup?
He sure did enter pre-co-op cup because he's on my team.
Oh, he's on your team. Oh, that's a shame. He should team with like Tominaga or something.
Who'd you team with? Oh, it's Lance, Duraleth, Shin, Erla, and Mommy.
yeah.
Oh God.
Well, since we're on the topic, guys, do you want to talk about who's going to make top 8 for pre-co-op cup? I mean, we might as well.
Do we have?
I don't even know who's on any of those teams.
Yeah, do we have the list?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, they just give it's kind of hard to figure out because none of the good teams are highlighted.
Oh, okay.
Why don't
So
we do
it's-
like top 4?
Yeah, what's the top 4 pre-co-op cup teams? Well, someone linked the list on the chat.
It's all in there.
I'll do it again. It's just at the bottom. Just scroll to the bottom.
Okay.
Okay, so you're just gonna go like past it.
Oh, I
Okay,
see
I'm-
it.
I'm just gonna blindly say first. I want Boss's team. So who is he? Oh, he's teaming with Hitani. Okay, so that's definitely a team. 64, Team 64. Let me type it out. Pre-co-op cup, Team 64. Makoto. Okay, and then who else? Okay, Team 65 because MOV's on it.
Team 6
Although-
is Ricky Morton.
This year he kind of got bodied by Genki, which was awesome. So-
The Ken team looks really good of Hirai, Deshiken, Shie, Matsuken, and Kosei.
Oh, that's not even fair.
No.
That team looks
Right.
really good.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, if we want like high octane, yeah, like 64 with Haitani, Boss, Izu. Wow, I haven't seen that name in a while. Team 60 with Rao and Umezono could make some waves. But I feel like now my history has always been really iffy on the same character teams. Do the Chun-Li teams really do well? Because I'm like, as far as I remember, I don't remember them really winning a lot in the.
They didn't.
No.
Yeah.
There wasn't one in top 8 last year, was there?
They got
Right?
destroyed by Genki.
Yeah.
Genki single-handedly took them all out.
Genki.
And again, and we really shouldn't be surprised by that, guys, because that's how the game is designed. The game is designed basically where like everyone has to figure out how to beat Chun. So it's no surprise to me that Chun would do. A Chun team would have a difficult time in pre-co-op cup because all of the data, all of the knowledge, all of the focus is okay. How do I beat Chun with my character? And so you basically got all these people, all this tech gunning for you. Like it's like as a Chun player, right? Like obviously it works the same way, but there's so many things about Chun, right? Or like like for example, back fierce, right? That's a really good move against lots of characters. You know what I mean? But as the Chun player, right, facing like say for example a Necro player, like the Necro's gonna know, is gonna know some of those little nuances, on how to beat Chun. So is Chun the best character in the game? Obviously, but I think that's why it's very difficult for Chun players to win pre-co-op cup because have to because there's so much knowledge out there on how to beat that character with a certain with your certain team.
You guys see this this Team 41 Yakun, KO, Issei, Mester, and Hyacinth?
That's
a
repeat team too.
Yeah,
That could be fun.
That team that's a repeat team too. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Team 42 with Tominaga and Nomura and Chance. Ooh.
I'm actually
That's the
surprised.
team I was looking for.
I like Team 42, but I'm surprised that they've they've never won before.
No, they
Like,
did.
have they taken first place?
Makoto, yeah, they took first place.
When?
It was
won this
KO.
year?
It was KO. Well, no, not this year. It was the year before. It was KO, Boss, Tominaga, Maimura, and I think Chance.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. No, you're right. Okay, never.
I think Team 31 is gonna make top 8 for sure.
31.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason.
That's a strong choice.
Well, you said top 4.
Okay.
Oh
well,
yeah, I
not
just
top 4.
randomly.
Top 8. Top 8.
All
For
right, so
sure.
top 8. Yeah,
Yeah.
that,
What
that
about
makes
this?
sense.
What about this all Ken team of hold that Gavin, Frankie,
Good luck.
KO?
As much confidence as I would have in my team for
Good
for
luck.
the Ken Prio Club Cup, we're just too, not as experienced on two opposite ends. You know what I mean?
You know who I think makes or breaks your team is Gavin's Ken.
Yeah, I think Gavin's Ken is good.
That's why, like that's why I'm a little iffy because I'm confident with Mew and I'm confident with Frankie, but hold that and Gavin, like
Okay. It's just shits and giggles at that point.
yeah.
Oh no, I wanna win.
No, yeah, of course.
I want to win pre-co-op
But
cup almost more
just
than,
saying,
than
like-
regular co-op.
Good luck.
Yeah, it's just tough.
You know,
Are we using SA2? Are we launching people?
I might.
I
I
told
might.
Mew and I was like, yo, anywhere else except for Co-op Cup. Like if we join a regular tournament in Japan, you can
do
do it. Like I don't care. You can do it there.
Why not?
Like fucking go for it.
Why not?
Like, if he's
what,
on my
what if
team-
what if we're up like 4-1? Like what if we're up like 4-0?
No.
I can't use
No,
SA2.
no,
What if
no,
it's
no,
what if it's versus
no.
like a team that you're just bodying?
It
Yeah.
don't fucking matter. No.
No,
You gotta
don't
go.
underestimate.
What if my finger
Because-
slips and I'm like, oh,
no,
SA2?
the thing with Ewan is like if you give him a chance to try to style on somebody, he brings everything down with him. You know what I mean? Like he'll be like, yo, watch this. I'm gonna get this. But the next thing you know, he fucks up. But then it's like a fucking domino effect.
Yeah.
You know, we all fuck up. So I don't want that.
Yeah.
So
I'm
positive.
I'm really scared of young teams.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I want to play young teams. So you're good.
Well, hopefully, then you're gonna take care of the young teams because
Me and Frankie will do that because
Yeah.
I know Frankie likes playing youngs too.
and there's a lot of necro teams.
There are
Yeah.
a few, yeah.
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 So yeah, that's our predictions for Co-op Cup 15. Let us know in the chat who you think is going to make top 8 for both pre-Co-op Cup and regular Co-op Cup. When we come back, we're going to return with a brand new favorite on House of Strikes, a brand new edition of Pack It Up. Some of the lowlights of Internet Third Strike this past week. And then we're going to ask our hosts what their Third Strike New Year's resolutions are. So we're going to take a quick break and stay tuned, guys.
Stay tuned.
On the next episode.
Of House of Strikes.
I'm ready.
All right, guys. Welcome back to House of Strikes. My name is Mutant XP, alongside our hosts Carson, Lloyd, Katie Alpha, and Duralath. And so before we move on with the show, what I thought would be good is we could all share our predictions on who's going to win the entire Co-op Cup. So, Andrew, let's go ahead and start with you. Who is your pick to win Co-op Cup?
I'm going with. I hate going first, man. Come back to me.
All right, Lloyd, who is your pick to win Co-op Cup?
KO family.
See, I don't like that answer because we're in the tournament.
It don't fucking matter because they're gonna repeat.
And second place, Team Tits, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And with a special note, Mutant XP beats KO.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
He can trust me.
But then I get double perfected by RX or something.
In the sickest combo video making ever.
Yes.
And then I fucking get bodied by Hero or
Yeah.
some shit.
How about you, Katie? Who is the winner of the 2017 Cooperation Cup?
I think like it's easily going to be KO family. I think if anyone's going to beat them, they have to play out of their minds.
Okay, so Carson has some disagreement here. Who is your pick, Carson? Finally, some disagreements on the show.
I'm rooting for Team 85, Haitani's team, but I'm only rooting for them because of Haitani, not because MOV is on it. MOV is like the solid guy that will like cover for Haitani's madness if it goes wrong. But I think anything Haitani does in tournaments is gonna be super sick.
And why the hell is Momochi?
He's just there. He's just.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I don't think that team is as strong as it should be, because Momochi, Vanao, and Saru, like those guys, they're kind of like on the weaker end.
Yeah, they're okay. Yeah.
Not to say that they're bad, but in comparison to the other stacked teams,
right?
Like it's just way too many stronger teams with just the different matchups. Like it's just so hard.
Mm-hmm.
You can barely depend on two players to carry you all the way.
So we have two. So we have 2 votes for KO family, and we have 1 vote for homegrown ground. And how about you, Duralath? Who's your pick?
See, those are my first 2 picks, like KO family, and then Haitani's team.
Am I the tiebreaker?
Yeah, I don't want to make it the tiebreaker, but like, because I was gonna pick home ground, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, MOV being that, MOV being that solid. I'm a Haitani mark as is. But I do understand the sentiment why, like I played Saru 2 years ago at the EVO 2014 Third Strike tournament. I played him, and I took him to the wire. I could tell he wasn't holding back. So, and then Momochi's been out of the game for quite a while, but now older play style. So I understand why the team wouldn't be favored over. So definitely that.
Mm-hmm.
So one quick note though for my pick. If you look at the previous matches, like from the last Maniacs when KO and Yakun they played together, KO destroyed almost everybody. He literally just lost like 1 game and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
So that streak is still going. So that's how it is with Third Strike. It's all about momentum.
The thing is, I think KO, like specifically just KO, pretty much irrelevant to which character he plays. It's really like, it's just inconsistent almost. It's either he bodies someone or he'll get bodied in the last second. He's very like
that's just the style that he plays though.
No, I understand, but I'm just saying like that's what I actually like about him. He just goes in and it either work or it won't. He doesn't care.
And that's why his teammates are there,
Yeah, right.
You got the most solid teammates.
Because this last tournament, just watching Yakun and RX play in Anchor, like they anchored almost every time and they held it down. They played super solid, very patient, very smart.
Yakun is the reason KO family got to the finals.
Yeah. And like those guys allow KO to do what he does. Like he can go and body a team, and if it doesn't work out, then they have that to fall back on.
Right.
And you got Hirai too. Hirai and Kashi.
Yeah, those are fucking wild cards, dude.
Yeah, Kashi is a really big wild card. He just does it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Well,
all right, Mutant tiebreaker.
Well, I don't like either of your picks.
Really? Are you picking 27?
No, I'm picking Rick and Maru's team.
26.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, look, Rikimaru's team is.
I'm picking.
Hold on,
I think Rikamaru and Nido can do it all by themselves. I think
Yeah?
they're good enough to.
Well, you can't sleep on Kiebetsu too, because he's a really
and
strong.
Kiebetsu too. But Rikamaru, he's one of those players that just finds ways to win.
Right,
That's
yeah.
true.
You
I
know,
could definitely agree.
he's
Yeah.
never scared of the big moment. When I think about somebody who can actually, stand up to KO's pressure and not crack, because obviously that's how KO wins his games. All I can think of is like Rikamaru. He's the guy who's willing to take that risk, and go, and he's willing to guess for guess, when he plays KO. MOV's gonna want to be more solid, but I don't know.
Fun fact again, KO beat Rikimaru twice at the last Third Maniacs.
Oh,
Again.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean anything, right? It's still it's a new tournament.
No, yeah,
New day.
but I'm just throwing shade.
Rooting for his boy.
And
So
I think Nito and Rikamaru could do a lot of the
Yeah, for
lion's
sure.
share of the work.
For sure.
I mean, it just goes to show you how strong this tournament really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty stacked.
Yeah. My dream is that Rikamaru's gonna try to chip me with super, and I'm gonna red parry it, but then I'll fuck up the punish,
Wow.
and that's why we lose. And then Lloyd will never talk to me again.
Going down to a blaze of glory.
Yes. But I like Master Course, man.
Yeah.
You can't sleep on Rikamaru, dude.
No, you never can. Yeah.
He's a beast, dude. He's so nasty. He's just
He is nice.
I
Does
remember
anybody-
you said on stream too. You were like, "Oh, if Gavin and Ahmed were fused together."
yeah, he would be
That would be
Rikamaru. If Gavin, yeah, Rikamaru. I mean, it's just nasty
Does anybody know why he didn't join this year?
because he's too good.
He was there. He commentated,
Yeah, he commentated.
but he didn't play.
I don't know why.
Too
Maybe
good. Too good.
maybe we should ask him.
Give the kids
Yeah.
a chance.
And so before we move on from Co-op Cup, I just wanted to share with everyone the breakdown and get your guys' thoughts on it because we had a little short discussion during the break. So in terms of character usage, we have Ken coming up at the top. 63 players are using Ken. 53 players are using Chun. 45 players are using Yun. 42 with Urian. 40 Makoto players and 40 Dudley players. And then after that, a very sharp drop, 23 Yang players, 22 Alex players, 21 Necro players, and 20 Goki players. 18 Q players. There are more Q players in this tournament than Ryu players. There are 18 Q players, and then there are only 13 Ryu players. 13 Elena players, 13 Oro players, 12 Ibuki players, 8 Remy players, 7 players are using Hugo, 4 players are using 12, and 1 player is using Sean.
So there's a Sean.
Just the fact that there's
Who's
a
the
Get
Sean?
down! Are you
Who's
serious?
the Sean?
I'll
Hey,
shake
look
that guy's
up.
hand.
That's got to be a Gaijin.
I'm buying him a beer. You got
Yo, it's wait, what the heck? Is team? It was Team 91. It's
really?
Team 91. Yo, I'm rooting for Team 91. Screw you all.
Urusai Koide-kun.
Team 91's gonna do it. He's just gonna like do crazy rolling shit.
You know what? Sean is a Shoto. That's what
Well,
I always
if-
say.
Well,
Sean's
make
still
sure
a
you guys
Shoto.
watch my coverage on Sean.
Yeah,
please.
Sean ain't bad,
Wait, I don't even understand this
Wait,
team.
wait.
Is
Just
it?
say Sean ain't bad.
Do they? Are they
Let's
missing?
not go that far yet.
They're missing 2 players.
So there's a Dudley, a Sean, a Q, and the NA. So there's only 3 players.
I think there's only 3 players. Yeah.
The Team 91. Team 91's
Sean's gonna carry.
Yo, watch them be in our bracket. Watch them be in our block. Watch.
Yeah, that'd be
I
funny.
bet you they're gonna be in our block.
Nice.
So any last thoughts on Co-op Cup?
Let's fucking go.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's go.
Next week,
Let's
let's
go.
fucking go.
We're 1 week away.
So good luck to all the participants that are coming to Co-op Cup, both the Japanese players and the Gaijin players. We're looking to have some fun in the mecca of Third Strike. And so, let us know what your picks are for the winners and losers of Co-op Cup. Tweet us at This Is Third Strike and let us know who you think's coming out on top. All right, guys. So everyone's just, pretty much waiting for this next segment, right? I mean, that's really To be honest, putting on the stream was just an excuse to do another segment of Pack It Up, really. So, a couple weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, we debuted a new segment called Pack It Up, where I scoured the internet, I scoured YouTube for some of the for some of the most unique Third Strike highlights or lowlights, if you will, from the YouTube universe. And so I've done it again. I found 5 nominees for this week's edition of Pack It Up. So are you guys ready?
All right, let's go.
Let's go. Okay. All right. So once again, guys, this is Pack It Up. Let's see what we got here. All right.
That was gutsy.
All right. So nominee number 1. Just a bit outside, right? Just a little off on that.
God.
A little off on that air fireball, right? Just a little.
Not
bit.
a way to chip somebody.
Not a way to chip somebody.
Oh, what a beat! What a beat!
Yeah, that's not.
Dude.
It was close though.
Yeah.
Number 2.
So I've heard of losing by taunting, but don't get counter poked by a taunt.
Right.
Like, don't get counter poked. Look at this. This is. Oh my god.
WCW.
So nominee number 3. I know everyone's fallen for that at some point in their Third Strike careers, right?
Of course.
Although you are Alex, you can command grab, you can go low,
Yeah, you can headbutt.
you can do a million things, and
you
you
can
still
go
chose
to
to press the
everyone.
But
button.
not that.
That wasn't that bad. That was
Now this is so sick. I'm not even. I don't even have comments for this. This is ridiculous.
Yes.
I'm gonna try this.
He learned that from me. He
You learned that from you? Is this a PSN clip?
Special.
Look at this. Oh, is that a punish
You're
one?
strong now.
That's a punish?
With punish son.
Oh wow.
The
with
whip punish. He reacted to her.
It's
Right.
like, why are you throwing low strong right there? There's
So
absolute reason.
so I hope this isn't your Alex Duralath. But
No, it's not.
this is speaking of Sean. He shows us some awesome block strings here.
Look at this. Yeah, that's
I'm telling you, that is so good online.
No.
Oh,
No.
my lord! Yes.
You gotta be kidding me.
maybe they were
Oh
doing
my
a competition where
God.
So tweet us your favorites. Tweet us what you think should win
Wow.
this week's Pack It Up. My personal vote's number 5.
Number
Are you
5.
kidding me? Number 2, man.
Number 5. You
Oh my
Yeah, number 5 all the way, dude.
Oh, that's some Marvel shit right there.
Oh, man.
Oh,
I enjoy number 2.
Number
Sorry,
2?
number 2, it's because it's WCW. It's the finger poke of doom.
Yeah, it was a counter poke.
It was a counter poke too.
was a
Footsies with a
counter
taunt. Footsies with a taunt. Oh,
You know how
my
hard
God.
that stupid taunt is? There's like a 7-second delay or something. It takes forever.
Yes.
So hopefully the players that were on Pack It Up are going to improve their game in 2017. And so that brings us to our final topic of the show. We're going to ask our hosts, what are your 3S resolutions for 2017? So let's start with you, Lloyd. What is going to be your 3S resolution for 2017?
Learn how to play Hugo better.
Learn.
Get godlike with Hugo.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
Wow. Okay.
Because the amount of times that I get shit for not being able to 360 or do shit right,
like how can
nah.
you do everything else but 360?
I don't know what to tell you. Like I can fucking do. You give me quarter circle forwards for 50 times in a row. I'll do it. You tell me to do 360, I'll get it 1 out of 5 times. I don't know why.
Yeah, Sean Infinites. I'm just reading the chat. So. All right, how about you, Carson? What's your Third Strike resolution?
I've been really looking to play a new character, and after much thought,
Necro.
I've decided on the really awkward
Necro.
Ibuki.
Oh.
Wow.
Ibuki's weird.
How?
And don't you think she's a weird character?
Wow. Interesting.
You're weird.
You're
No, I don't know how to, she's just weird. I can't use her. But
I don't think you're an asshole enough. Like, you have to be a pretty big asshole to play Ibuki.
You gotta be 10 an asshole, like,
Yeah.
you know, you gotta be willing to play everybody from like across the ocean and be like, oh, play on
With
one frame
Netflix
delay.
on and
No,
all that
I like
shit.
don't understand Ibuki as a character, so I just want to really learn more about her.
No.
That's my resolution.
Okay. Katie?
I want to like throw more tournaments and just have more events in general for the Houston area. We actually have an event coming up next month at a bar that I just randomly found. It's like a barcade, and they do like several different fighting games. But they threw Third Strike one like last minute this month, and like a surprising amount of people showed up, and it went on for almost like 3 hours. That many people showed up, so they want to start doing it monthly now. So
Nice.
hopefully we can have that going like every month now too.
Is that the free entry tournament that I saw on 3SJ?
Yeah, so I believe somebody named Miguel linked it already onto Third Strike Junkies. So if anyone's going to be in the Houston area, that's going to be, I believe, January 7th or 17th, one of those.
January
And-
17th.
Yeah, the 17th.
That's a Tuesday.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So yeah, it's
Crazy.
going to be held at
Neil's Bar.
Neil's Bar.
Yeah.
It's going to be held by an organization called the Slurred Nerd.
Yeah, so that's the name of the stream. So
Okay.
it's going to be twitch.tv/the slurred nerd. And a guy named BG Adams runs it, and they have like a whole projector set up, and it's like the bar itself is actually a pretty sick venue, but I don't know why Tuesday. Just Tuesday's really random.
Random.
Yeah.
What are you guys going to be playing on?
So the last time they ran it, they they had an Asus Evo monitor, and we played it on that. But they have like two really big CRTs that I'm gonna try and convince them to use. But I don't know if they have like the stream equipment for that. So we might have one on the CRT and then one for the stream setup.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, on behalf of This Is Third Strike, Katie, I just wanted to applaud you for all the stuff you're doing in Houston. It's tough creating a scene out of nothing. And
Yeah, but it's at this point it was like it's growing on its own now, where I
Right.
feel like I don't have to do as much because these guys
Perfect.
just did it on their own.
Yeah.
Like I just showed up randomly and I was like, hey, what the fuck? Why'd you guys decide Third Strike? They were like, well, we like wanted to come to the last few events and we just couldn't, so we wanted to start doing our own.
Mhm.
I was like, okay, that's cool.
All right. So, Andrew, Duralath, what's your 3S resolution?
I got a couple actually. The biggest one is to get out more and play alongside most of the SoCal, what's left of the SoCal 3S scene. I tend to be I've been a hermit for the past couple of years. It's just I live really far, but with things changing now, I should be able to get out a little more and play alongside. I know B-Tran has been very persistent in trying to convince me to come back to Dawn's and play alongside everybody else, and also to get to the boiler room and play alongside those guys. Yi actually off I started told me one thing after TFC, and that was he wanted to play me like 100 matches just so that it could get more up to speed. And so I definitely want to be more active as a player and as a commentator, and just get back to the game I love the most. Is really that, just not be a hermit anymore. That's basically my resolution. And the smaller one is to graduate from Alex. I really want to play more Makoto because she's just fun. So definitely gonna
Interesting.
work on that. Yeah. So
You're gonna graduate. That's an interesting choice of words.
I've been talking about it for years and trying to see if really have I gone as far as I can mentally and like spiritually with Alex, and then would a character switch finally suit me, or is there more I can do? And I think I can. There's a lot of work that I'm going to be doing in this next coming year with just my fighting game style in general and how I approach things. So there's a lot of evolution to be had.
All right. So let us know, guys, what your 3S resolutions are. Tweet us at This Is Third Strike. You have the Twitter handles for all our hosts. Once again, guys, it's been a great 2016.
Hold on.
What?
We're forgetting one more person.
Oh, my 3S resolution?
No, the person behind you.
Man.
You can't escape.
Yeah, you can't.
That's my resolution to escape.
Oh, there's no escaping, son.
I think my resolution is to play really well at Co-op Cup. You know, I really want to play well. You know, I've been playing for too long, and you know, I have a lot of pride in my character. You know, Necro. I think Necro is one of those characters that I think is like sort of in the middle, right? Where you know, it's not, he doesn't have these like crippling, you know, these crippling handicaps. You know, where you just have to guess right and make really good decisions 99.9% of the time. You know, and I think that's really challenging for Necro players. And so I'd love to sort of represent all the Necro players and all the Necro fans out there and play really well at Co-op Cup. You know, but I'm really looking forward to Japan. I'm really looking forward to representing America. I'm really looking forward to playing alongside my This Is Third Strike brothers and all the other Gaijins out there. And so definitely check us out. What's the Twitch channel for Co-op Cup, Lloyd?
Twitch.tv/Game Newton.
Game Newton. And the English version? Do we know the address for the English version yet, or no?
Nobody cares about the English version. I'm sorry.
Well, did they decide who's going to commentate, or?
Well, I heard they were talking about it, but I haven't heard anything definitive yet.
Mhm.
But they're still talking about it. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna announce it regardless. Like they're gonna announce the stream channel.
Yeah.
But you'll know when we'll post it when we find out. So.
All right.
Yeah.
So once again, guys, you have been watching. So once again, guys, the next time you'll see us is Cooperation Cup. But in America, the next Big 3S tournament is going to happen at Winter Brawl 11. Remember, go to biggiegaming.com and pre-register now. Shout outs to the West Coast players in the Boiler Room. I don't know if they've been streaming lately, but they also have YouTube videos, so definitely check them out. Also, much love to the UK players, the Gutter Trash Kids, who play over at Violent City. Amazing venue. If you're ever in the London area, definitely check it out. So once again, guys, you have been watching House of Strikes. On behalf of my hosts, Carson, Lloyd, Jesse, and Duralaf, we're gonna go ahead and pack it up, and we'll see you in 2017. Later, guys.
Bye.